And I thought, well, I'm going to go live now because I'm not going to be able to tell you what my name is after it turns dark. So, hi, Elizabeth. Hey, Kathleen. How are you? And there's Tracy, Bonnie. Thank you guys for being here. How is everybody? I'm going to go ahead and let's see. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Nope. I tell you, nope. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, well, I give up. Okay, let's get YouTube going. I was trying to do something different this time as far as the link. I couldn't get it going, though. I give up. We're just going to do it the regular way. It's Friday, right? Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Haven't seen you for a bit. You've been doing well? You may have been here, I just didn't see it. You know, Facebook is kind of choosy on which comments and that, what they want to show us, and it's not always everything. Even, I had somebody in the group the other day, and we were having I don't remember if we were doing a live or doing Q&A or something, and she had asked me a question, and I said, go back up, and it is not there. I'm like, you're going to have to ask it again, because it is not there. I looked all the way through. So, hi, Carol. And there's Janet on YouTube. How are you, Janet? All right, so, well, first, I got to show you guys. We made this last night in the group, and I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. I love this base down here. I've had a few of them since last year, and I've just been rationing them. I don't want to use them because then I won't have them. if you can understand that rationale. But if you can see, it's like a tree trunk, or it's a bark base, and then I put it on this wood plank so it wouldn't roll. And it's hollowed out, and I put the piece in there. But we've got the mushrooms there. We've got these beautiful clematis. Look at those with the yellow on the inside. They're just real wispy. Put some mushrooms, put some reindeer moss down on the bottom. And then on the other side, we put these lotus pods in just for a little bit added color and texture. But I told them I felt like I was walking out through the woods whenever we made this last night. That's what I try to envision. This probably sounds corny, but I try to envision that whenever I'm making an arrangement. But anyway, I did list this in my Etsy shop if anybody's interested. And yeah, I just thought it was really beautiful. So, but as you can tell, I'm on a purple and yellow kick. After I saw that, I thought I want to make a wreath that color too. And I had gotten these forsythia bushes in that have these really nice forsythia. It's hard to get those that don't look real fake when you're talking about silk flowers, but this is from Select Artificials, and they nailed it. We have the yellow of the forsythia, and then we have these twigs also that are through it that are wired, so you can move them and position them however you want. And so anyway, we're going to be using that. And then I've got these lavender bushes that kind of have a little bit more vibrant color than what I usually see on them, and I thought they would pair really nicely together like that. And I've got greenery. Oh, thank you, Verena. I'm looking at two names at the same time. Can you tell I'm tired today? And that's why I decided I was going to go live tonight, but I thought, no, the sun goes down and you're going to be battling. But thank you, Verlene. Hi, Lois, and thank you, Bonnie. And there's Connie. Thank you guys for being here. And I went ahead, I made this bow. And I didn't have just a purple. I thought a purple and a yellow plaid would be really pretty, but I didn't have one. So I just put this solid, it's a 2.5 inch lavender. And then I put a little pop of black in it. I thought that would really make it, make the colors pop. I like to use black when I can, but you got to be careful, like we talked if you were here on the weekend, you got to be careful when you're adding ribbons to floral wreaths, in my opinion, because you can get it really busy, and then the ribbon can compete with the florals. So, okay, all right, so let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Amy. Oh, thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna be working on a 16-inch grapevine. I'm gonna put it up just a little bit here. Already put a wreath hanger, and I cleaned it up. I really like this this grapevine because I can actually, I like the way the vine wraps around it on this side. I don't know how high we're going to go, but it has actually 3 places where it wraps around there. I just thought it was really pretty on that side. And then I've got a few greens. I don't know what we're going to use just yet. Let me get them all here on the table. You know what? I just realized I forgot to get some. Oh, I think we'll be okay though. If I need to add after we leave, or after you guys leave, then we can do that. But I have this, I think it's a boxwood that's falling apart here. And gosh, there's another one. Looking to see if there's, maybe it's just been pulled off of another bush. So I don't see any missing, but it's raining boxwood. And then I've got some ficus leaves that we might use. And then I had another one. I'm not sure what, oh, here it is. This edge thyme bush that I'd like to use. So how is everybody today? Hi, Cindy. Beautiful day in North Carolina, Glenda. Good deal. Good for you. Yeah, we're supposed to be really nice tomorrow, I guess, but it's supposed to be like 40 to 50 miles an hour winds. Like, that sounds crazy. All right, I'm gonna, now, I've got some ficus here. I think I'm gonna use it. What I'd rather use is just a really nice short-bladed grass, but if, I know you've heard me harp about this. I still don't have mine in, but let me look here what I want to use. I've got the variegated and I've got the solid. I think we need to use the solid. I think the variegated is going to be too busy. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on there. Let me zoom in. So what's everybody doing today? Hi, Thana. How are you? There's Maria. Thank you guys for being here. I didn't give you much of a heads up. I told them last night in my group that I would give you a heads up, but I was really expecting it to be much earlier. But so I thought I'd better get going. Right. I'm thinking I want to put my bow over here. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and put it in, to be honest. Sometimes I put it in after I put some greenery and florals, but I don't want to fight with the bow, so I'm going to go ahead and place it, and then we'll work around it. And I'm thinking right here, about right in this corner, we're going to have a little bit going up here. Like I said, I want this to show over here because it's so pretty. Now, it didn't start that way, though. I had to do a lot of cleaning on this. A lot of extra vines. It's still a little bit dirty over here as far as extra vines, but I don't care because it's going to be covered. But now, if you have, I said it was pretty dirty. What I'm talking about is just all these little squigglies that you see. I do go ahead and try to get the most part of the leaves out if they're dried in there, because you know, you don't want to have a stuffed wreath full of leaves and then you put your stems in there. You know, the glue adheres to those leaves and those leaves disintegrate over time, and then your design's going to fail. So that's why I do that. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I try to get the majority of them out. Okay, let's see where we're going to put this. Actually, I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim this little piece off. We'll save it for later. Do you see those cat-like reflexes? Hi, Beverly. Hey, Leanne. How are you guys? Oh, Janet had a tough week at work. I'm sorry to hear that. So, TGIF, right? I always thought when I retired from being a nurse practitioner that I would be, have all this energy and be, you know, all this spare time and such, but it doesn't seem to happen that way. Because I can't stay still. I'm always doing something. And I can't sleep late because, you know, as a nurse, you get up early. If you're working the day shift anyway, that's what I did. Toward the end anyway. All right, I'm going to go ahead and decide where my bow tails are going to be so I can kind of work around it. So does anybody have any fun plans this weekend? Well, Patricia says she's busier now than when she worked. You know what, Patricia? My mom said that. And I think she's right. But I thought, I don't know. I just had a different idea of retiring. But it's in a good way. I actually, now, whenever I get up in the morning, I'm excited to come down here. So that, I mean, that makes it a little bit different and pleasurable. Right, I'm going to put a little bit on the inside of on top. I don't want to put a whole lot of this on here. Let's see. And notice I'm making sure to fluff this. You don't want it just looking like it's coming out of the box, right? So make sure you fluff it and give it a little bit of a life. Oh, Peggy's cleaning a grapevine right now. All right, Phyllis, you're saying you can hear fine. Is somebody else having trouble hearing? And if everybody else is hearing okay, but you're not, then it's probably on your side. So what helps that sometimes is if you go out and then come back in. And then that usually remedies it. Now, if everybody can't hear, then it's on my end. But it looks like everybody's doing okay. Hey, Claudia, how are you? All right, now let's see. This forsythia bush has a lot of greens on it, so I don't want to pack that too much. Let me look here. And the stems are pretty thick, and I'm going to try to use them pretty much as is. I'm going to tear it into, what have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. I think I am going to just put just a little bit of this boxwood. I don't want it to get real packed in there. Say boxwood. I don't like that. I think it's going to make it too full, and I want this to be a little bit more airy. Let's try this instead. Okay. All right, and as always, we're going to fluff it around here. There we go. I like that better. This is going to be a little bit more wispy. And that's kind of the vision I had for it. We'll put one down on the bottom where I start at the bow and start working outward. Try and keep my glue out of my bow, or out of my greenery there, which I did not. I ran it right through the greens. Try and get that off before it dries. Okay. So what are your favorite floral, or not floral, color combinations? Like I said, I've been kind of stuck on, I was doing a bunch of pink, I felt like, and now I've been doing a lot of purple and yellow. What's your favorite color combo for spring anyway? I like red and yellow for summer, but for spring I like the pink and purple, pink and blue, purple and yellow. Okay. I'm going to put one right down here. Then I'm going to put one more up top. I don't want the tallest one though, so I'm going to separate it out. Oh, Glenda's wanting to know where this bush with the long stems, the edge thyme. I got that from Select Artificials. I've got a little bit of it in my shop, Glenda, for group members. It's one of the greens that I had listed that we're using in our tutorials. Okay, and I might come back here, depending on what it looks like with the forsythia, I might come back here and trim this down a little bit, but we'll wait. So let's put this in next. Like I said, has these four sections. And they call that an edge thyme bush, but to me it looks like boxwood. So that's kind of almost what I call it. Most times anyway. So I'm going to fluff all these out. Like I said, it has lots of twigs, and most of them are wired. Excellent. Then actually, this is more of a moss right here. Okay. I'm going to trim off this end where it's a little bit more level. I'm thinking we'll put that down in there. Just want to make sure that it's going to fit here first. I may have to move my pipe cleaner a little bit. That's really tight. All right, I'm going to, since it was so much work to get that in there, I'm just going to glue it in place. And I'm going to put a little bit of moss over the top of that because I've used quite a bit of glue because it's kind of a thick stem. Okay, now I think this is going to be a little bit too thick. I'm going to take this down even further. We're going to separate it into its individual pieces. I'll be able to make it a little bit more manageable. I'm going to put some of this just right here, right tight inside and next to the bow. Trying to get this back together here. It breaks up into a lot of different pieces. But I might have been better off to put my bow on later for this one. So I didn't realize that stem was so doggone thick. All right, a little bit more. Let's see. Up higher. Hi, Faith. Hey, Joan. Has been a long year, hasn't it, Amy? Long, crazy year, that is. All right, I'm going to go up here a little bit higher. And I don't want, like I said, I don't want to come over here and hide all these pretty vines, so I'm going more straight up and down. All right, I think that's enough of the yellow. We might come back and add some more later, but I want to work on the bottom here a little bit. And let me see what it looks like down here. I think I can get this one bush in all in one piece, and then I'll probably piece the other one just like I did. I grabbed 3 of these bushes actually, but they really go a lot farther than I thought they were going to. Once you get them all fluffed, anyway. All right, I'm going to trim this down. Actually, I might be able to tear it. Okay. A little bit of glue. Okay, I was just checking to make sure that it was in there good. It felt like it went in awfully easily, especially compared to the other one. It is, Donna. It is a very realistic, this forsythia bush. Like I said, they're so hard to find, and I found it was at market last year from Select. They used to have one that I liked maybe a little better. It was a little bit more full and a little bit easier to work with, but they discontinued it. I used to order it every single year. And I was so disappointed last year. I went to, or not last year, year before, I went to ask my rep about it, and she about cried. But yeah, it's really nice. Okay, trim this down here. I think we'll go this way for this one. I am going to have to open up one more bush, I think. Now, I've ordered some forsythia on the line before, and you get it home, and it's, yeah. There's been a bunch of that I've not used, that I've just taken to Goodwill. Oh, thank you, Leslie. All right, I have another one of those bushes somewhere. There it is. I want just a little bit more coming down this way. And then I think we'll be done with the yellow. Okay, spread that out. Yellow just makes you happy, though, when you look at it, or it does me anyway. Just makes me want to smile. Makes me think of sunshine. Okay, now, let me see if I'm going to be able to get this where I want it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Get this out of the way while I'm working here. Okay, I'm going to turn it toward me and see if we're good on the yellow. I think so for right now. I want to add some of the lavender, and then we'll decide if we need any more, but I don't think we do. Okay, now we got this, and like I said, I just love how vibrant those colors are on it. Usually with lavender, the purple is a little bit more muted. Here, still got you where you can see. Okay, and debating if I want to put these in 2 at a time. I think I'm going to put them in 1 at a time. That way I can place them a little bit more exactly. And again, just like I do on the other, I work from the bow out. I think I'm going to like that black and yellow on there. Hey, Kristen, how are you? Well, thank you for the heart. Hi, Jamie. Had to put on the captions. I'm not sure why that would be happening. It seems like everybody else is doing okay. I'm not sure, Diane. Sorry about that. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Claudia. Thank you. Okay, so we got one there, so let's go up in this area. And even though I've got like essentially a bush, really, I'm going to try to make a triangle shape with it. I can get my, there. So we've got one piece here, so I'll bring another piece over in this area. Still cold in northern Michigan, yes. Yes, I hear you, Amy. Yesterday, I think we got or was it yesterday or day before, we were in the 20s, so I'm sure you guys were even colder. I just wish it'd make up its mind. We'd been, like I said, the other day it was like 70, and then the next day it was in the 30s. It's like, wait a minute. Okay, I think we look good for the most part on top. We're still going to need a little bit more of something here, but I'm going to wait till I decide what I want to do. Now let's start working on the bottom. Again, starting at the bow, working outward. Remember to fluff your flowers too. Even the lavender needs fluffed. A little piece over here too. Get another bush. It's so pretty. Love it. Love it, love it. I'm going to try and bring this, a little bit of this yellow up here. I don't want that purple on purple, so I'm separating it just a little bit there. So let's go start working down away from it. Over here. Need some down here, down long. Let me see if I got one that'll work for that. Could probably just leave these on the bush here. Let me get the tag off of them here. Goodness. Maybe. Get off of there. It's like glued onto it. There we go. Starting to win. Shoo. All right, let me see, because I need a real long piece down here. I want it to extend down here below. Oh, and that'll work. Okay. Pretty, pretty. Okay, I feel like I need some right here too. And this is not going to be long enough, I don't believe. And I don't want to open another bush, so I'm going to put a pick on this. It's the last stem I have on that bush. So I'm just going to get a floral pick, and we'll use that. A long one. I can't use my steel pick because it's not going to be long enough. So I'm just going to place this right here at the Y so it doesn't fall out, especially since it's going to be hanging dependently. I just remembered I have to use the rest of my floral tape yesterday, so I need to open a new one. Hang on a minute. There we go. All right, back to this. Thank you, Janita. Thank you. Oh, Vanita says she's got 81 down there in Birmingham. Good for you. I always liked Birmingham. That was a neat town. We used to travel through there a lot when I was showing horses. I went there one time, though. We were trying to beat a storm. We were going down to visit my mother. She winters down in Florida. And we were trying to beat a ice storm. And so we left. We kind of were tracking it, and we figured if we did not stop, whenever we got down south, we could stop and we'd beat it. And so anyway, so we got to Birmingham. It was late, like I don't know, 9 or 10 o'clock, and got to Birmingham, and it started snowing. Well, we had no gas. I mean, we were on fumes at that point, and every place was closed. Every place just shut down, and it was like, oh my gosh. And so anyway, we finally found a gas station, and we were starving too because we hadn't eaten all day, and so we went in, we found this one restaurant was open, and we came back out, and like on the highway, I don't know what highway we were on, like 75 maybe, 75 or 85, I can't remember which number, but people were just abandoning their car in the middle of the road there. It was like, oh my gosh. I mean, it shut down. Okay, now, I think we're good on the purple now. We've got some down here and behind. I want to bring a little bit of color back here behind the bow. And I think that color needs to probably be the yellow, because we've already got the lavender, and not very much of it. I just want a little touch of it. I'm going to try and find a stem that I could use. I think that one would work. If I pair it with a little bit of green here, I'm going to take these two stems right here. I just want it to peak right there. We can probably put it behind this ficus here, though. Just want it right back there. I'm looking to see if I've got some place to put it. It's getting kind of packed back there. I'm going to put the biggest one in first. That's this little stem here. Oh, your favorite color is purple, Linda? Yeah, I've been in a purple mood the last couple of days. I have to show you what we made in our group last night. That kind of got me going. I'm trying to get these ficus leaves back behind. There we go. I don't want them to be the main event right there. Now, I'm going to shorten this down. And I'm going to probably need a prayer when I try to insert this, because it's really tight back here. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn it toward me now and see what we need to do. I know we still need to work with the tails here, with the bow tails. I feel like this is maybe out a little bit too far. Well, maybe not. I'll wait on it. I don't want to cut it off yet. I'll let it think about it. Sometimes I need to come down with a fresh eye and look at him. So, okay, now I want to add just a little bit more of the, well, I call it boxwood or edge time, whichever they call it. I'll bring up a little bit and incorporate that up to, right now we just have it basically in the back. I want to bring it up a little bit around the front part too. I don't know if you guys can hear that. The dog's out there digging, like playing, trying to make noise. So he knows it's time to go out. He's trying to get my attention. Can you guys hear that? Casey, what are you doing? All right. Let's bring a little bit of that down here too. Oh, Claudia, you love lavender. I do too. And it usually sells pretty well, Claudia. If you're wanting to sell, it usually sells really good. I'm just going to fill in that space right down here, right by where we put that other lavender. Let's bring a little bit of this yellow down there too. Okay. And I'm just taking this a piece at a time and placing this, just kind of scattering it around. Get a little shorter piece. There we go. Just going to put this right at the bow. Okay, let's see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and trim our bow tails at this point, and then that'll let me know if we need to do anything more. Give it a little bit of attitude here. Okay, now I'm just going to put a little bit of stuff around the bow. I think we're going to be pretty close to done. Is everybody doing okay? Okay, Janet says she's having trouble how much to put on the inside and the outside of the bow. I'm not sure what you're meaning by that, Janet. On the inside and the outside. Is there a way to ask me differently? Because I don't understand. All right, I'm going to glue some of this here. This little twiggy has twigs and a few leaves on it. I think that would look really cute coming right outside from the bow here. I'm actually going to bring some of it up through the bow. And that'll help keep some of those loops open. Not that it needs, I mean, the ribbon's really pretty strong. Let me get a little bit of greenery. Actually, this is that boxwood, isn't it? I don't want that. Is there a way to reword that, Janet, where maybe I just don't understand what you're asking? Oh, thank you guys for all the hearts. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. This way up in there. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of this boxwood here. Make some short pieces of it. Just a little bit, let's see. I'd like to find a little bit more of that twig. Put that right in there. Not so sure I like all those ficus leaves. I'm going to trim one of these out. Okay. Just a little bit in here. Okay. All right, I'm going to turn it toward me and give it a once over here. Still need a little bit of that boxwood down there. Maybe one or two more pieces. I think the top is perfect. I love the way the top looks. I need just a little bit more length in the back down over on this side toward me. There, and then a little bit right here. Okay. I think we're good, guys. I think we're good. Hey, Cindy, thank you. I think we're done. Oh, not sure how far to bring out the florals or the greenery. You know, one thing I always tell my group members is I like things light and airy. So, I mean, there are compact wreaths also. I don't make too many of those. But I like to, whenever I jiggle my stuff, I like there to be movement to it. And that's a good rule of thumb. but I'm usually bringing it out quite a ways. Did you see that? It's a good 6 to 8 inches. Everything's coming out and away from the wreath. But if you just think about if the wind's blowing, or somebody opens and closes the door or something like that, I like to see a little bit of movement. And I don't know. And it's just, you know, what your taste is too. Somebody, I know my own mother tells me, she said, you know, she doesn't like my wreaths all the time that I make. But, you know, there's too much. There's too much. So, I mean, it's everybody's taste. Oh, Diane, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you couldn't hear. I bet you, Diane, I bet you if you go back and watch the replay, I bet you could. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? There's another Leslie. Hey, Julie. All right, does anybody else have any other questions? Hey, Lillian. Okay. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And, oh, I was going to show, was it Linda that's a purple lover? Let me look here. Yeah, Linda, I was going to show you this. We made this last night in our wreath making group. So if you like purple, you're going to like this. Isn't that pretty? Has like a tree trunk base down here. I love it. And we have some lotus pods on the other side. But like I said, I've been in a yellow and purple mood the last few days. So, but anyway, as always, I did put, actually I forgot to on YouTube, but I always, if I'm making something live, I will put a link to purchase. Everything's always available for sale. I did go ahead and put a pinned comment in YouTube also, but it'll take you right to this listing to purchase this if you're interested. Also, if you wouldn't mind to share this, I'd really appreciate it. It not only helps you, where if you want to ever go back and revisit it, then it'll always be on your feed, but then also it gives me a little bit more Facebook and YouTube juice. So I really appreciate it. It's kind of like my tip jar, so to speak. So if you like it, yeah, Linda, I thought if you're a purple lover, I thought you'd like that. But I love those clematis. I just love them. I just think I wish I had more. But, okay. Oh, thank you, Susan. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to be out of town next week, so I said I'll try to go live from where we're at. Just I won't be able to make anything, obviously, but I'll try to go live periodically, depending on what the Wi-Fi is like there. If time allows, I want to go live tomorrow. I don't know what time yet. We've got to get some errands done so we can leave town. But it'll probably be in the afternoon, but I'll put a post on Facebook, and then if you're on our text list, I'll send out a text before we go live so that you'll be notified at least. So, okay. Oh, Susan, I didn't even see you there. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Stay safe, and I'll catch you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.